Welcome, welcome. We're back. By the way, it is 426 days since we could draw on the map. Don't forget it. It will change every day.
Shame.
It'll change later today. Or tomorrow, I suppose, since it's changed today. That's why this is today. Anyway.
We'll get there.
If you are just joining us, Virtus.pro won the pick of FaZe Clan 16-14. It was Inferno. It was close. It was a cold start from FaZe in the first half. Virtus.pro, they strung some rounds together towards the end of the second. FaZe started to turn things around. 14-14 was really interesting for a number of reasons. I think Virtus.pro spent too much money on Eco round prior, kind of handicapped themselves in terms of having utility for area control. However, FaZe made the wrong play into the B bomb site. PHR got a nice two-man spray down, and it just went on from there. And Virtus.pro managed to win out again. I think they are kind of, I don't know if I'll use the term slept on just yet, but they are kind of flying under the radar in terms of the progress that they're making at the moment. And I think they'll surprise people. I think that if you're not like a Polish fan, for example, if you're not Polish, I think most people will just write them off. They'll be like, Virtus.pro, oh, they used to be a team. They used to be something. You know, they'll just write them off. But here we are. They're 1-0 up versus FaZe Clan. And we move to Mirage, the pick of Virtus.pro. Of course, FaZe are no strangers to that, but they're on the back foot now. So what you going to do? What do we think? We all picked FaZe, right?
I picked VP.
You picked Virtus.pro.
I'm part
Yes,
Polish,
of course
but
you did.
I mean, we've seen some matches with Snatchy.
Yes.
Just hit ridiculous op shots, like hit 30 kills and just be the best person on the server by far. So I think VP has the talent. They just have to get their game plan set and make sure that they're on the same page, playing together, and not making these aggressive mistakes that they have in the past.
Over aggressions. So we can see that FaZe are a strong favourite for Mirage, despite it being the pick of Virtus.pro, despite it being, despite Virtus.pro being one map to the good. We'll see how it plays out. Of course, FaZe should be a much higher ranked team. I think they're still kind of building and formulating at the moment with the likes of coldzera and Broken. We haven't really spoken too much about Broken. We've spoken lots about coldzera, and he has had the heavy output since he joined the team, so it's kind of an easy comment to make, but perhaps we can focus a little more on Brokey for this particular matchup. The youngster on FaZe Clan has a lot to learn. There's a lot of experience around him. So if it's a good environment, then maybe he'll blossom. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure how his identity is on the team yet. So it's hard for me to even make a comment. I think, I need to see them playing more with Brokey to understand. He's definitely a great player. But he needs that experience of the players around him to grow. And thankfully, he has got some super experienced players and good good natural leaders around him. So I'm sure he'll be fine over time. I think with FaZe, I just think like some of the calling sometimes it doesn't look amazing. So yeah, looking forward to seeing how that develops, given their comfort now with Cold. Cold does seem to slot in quite nicely. So I'd imagine, with some tweaks and adjustments, they'll find their footing eventually. But I feel like their ceiling is definitely higher than VP's. They just can't quite find it. One thing that's interesting, we were talking about it earlier, is Rain seems to have really disappeared in terms of his level these days versus where he used to be. Because we used to be in the argument as like maybe one of the best, if not the best player in the world for a short period of time.
Yeah.
/ definitely up there in the top 5. But
it's because he's engaged, planning the wedding.
Yeah,
planning the wedding. Spending all his time planning the wedding, not playing. It happened to a Guardian a year ago too.
Well, we've got FaZe on the T side of Mirage here. So FaZe lost the first map 14-16. They'll be looking to start things off nicely on Mirage. We know that it is a favourite of Virtus.pro. You get to start off on that CT side. And FaZe, are they going to go for a jungle take through the smoke?
I like it.
Flashbang going through that. Indeed they are. Brokey going for the bomb plants. And every one of the CTs going through CT spawn. This is interesting. Everyone gets to swing together against the T side, but you got to hit the headshots. And they are struggling so badly. Veggie only one left. He needs to get this kill, but he can't, and the knife comes out. He's lucky not to get knifed. And VP, they had a great shot there. They just couldn't hit anything.
Yeah, I like FaZe's kind of game plan to take over the jungle area. A lot of times you'll see teams will do the A smoke execute on T spawn, and some people will push through CT spawn, but it's rare for them to push in the smoke through either
Yeah.
con or the jungle, so it's cool to see a little twist to the A smokes on pistol.
Yeah, I can see theoretically like how that makes sense. That flash you never expect. You're always been looking at the smoke, so you're going to get guaranteed flashed if you are one of the CTs there. It's pretty cool, sure. And VP try to face middle to get some kills. They get one. FaZe, after that, you know, the exchange is a 4v3. They can group up now, grab the bomb, go to a bomb site together. Because there's only 3 players, you don't have to worry too much about the stack. So you don't need to commit someone to get information. You can just go together somewhere. That is completely fine. If you want to play it the most simple way possible, that's a good way to do it.
And it kind of shows the confidence of VP in terms of, on last map, on second round, on Inferno, they didn't force buy. But this map on Mirage, I think even a harder map to force buy on CT, they force buy. So this shows that the confidence of VP on their CT side so far.
And then going into the stack, this is interesting, because it should be fine, but Snatchy's position makes me a little bit nervous for FaZe, because see, Molly, will they even check it? Yes, they do. You get a little 1.6-esque pop up there to try to make the player who's holding that angle whiff the first couple shots.
I'm sure FaZe watched VP yesterday on this map, and we saw again, I think it was on pistol round, VP played a person up in that spot. So I wouldn't be surprised in the FaZe match notes is to clear that little nook off the balcony. Make sure that they don't get dominated.
Yeah. Yeah, it's such a big deal. Like, just the checking of that spot doesn't cost you too much. But what it can cost if you don't do it is it can cost you the round time in the timing that the CT actually is there. So one is actually made it under, and I like it. One thing that can be really effective is you go under, not to actually focus on going towards B apps, but actually trying to backstab middle. That's exactly what Snax is going to try to do, but he's a little bit slow, unfortunately. It's hard to get the timing perfect. Might still get a kill out of it, though. We'll see. Jumping around here. Just evading Cold Zero nicely. Look at that.
Denied. That's almost what happened when I tried to knife Rain in a show match.
What the bomb?
Only to be killed by Death.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. That was
Wait,
really
Dan
close.
killed you?
I should have let you make the knife, in hindsight.
I mean, you shouldn't. It's better when you do it when no one can stop you.
Yeah.
You know, so
You don't want to be
it
fake.
would have been sick. I was on the team with Olaf Meister. He got fragged. Olaf, I was in connector. Rain, I don't know if he came through connector or he went up to connector and then kind of turned around, went up towards top mid. So I chased him from connector to top mid, all the way almost to ladder room, just with my knife out. With Olaf Meister was fragged, was just watching me, and I was so close to catching up. But I had to go, like, he did a 180, and I had to go around so I wouldn't be in his screen. And I got so close, I was like 1 second away, and then Dan was top mid while I was fighting someone else while I was just running around mid. And
just
shot me in the
by
back.
ruined the party for you.
Yeah, it was hilarious though.
It's so close.
But we've got to stream into the A bomb site. But again, the smoke is up late, and Veggie will get one through the smoke. PHR will take Rain out on the site as well. So we've got a man advantage now for Virtus.pro. The bomb needs to be collected, needs to be planted, but the smokes will come and go. We've got PHR and Snacks in CT spawn. There's a rotation towards shorts as well. We can see there's a lurker in Brokey, so maybe he can do something, but they've just lost Nico. So things are going from bad to worse for FaZe, and we might just have a first round for Virtus.pro on the board, but there's still 1 minute with them to play with. Olaf Meister being really patient in Palace, looking towards jungle. And it's going to have to be Brokey to try and bait someone into moving into a bad position, getting curious, wondering what's going on as FaZe start to get quiet.
Oh, that's annoying.
What?
It's holding there for 1 minute, then the smoke comes.
Was that from CT spawn?
I'm not sure, you know.
I think it was.
Must have been. I don't think there's anyone else who could have thrown it.
Nice little lineup over there.
It actually still has a smoke as well. Well, he's on B, so yeah. Oh no, he's the one in mid, so yeah, must have been. PHR. Well, we've got the push coming in from a ramp. I think time is going to be a severe issue here. How do you attack this position? VP playing it really calm, really patient, trying to do everything correctly. And we'll take down PHR just in time there. Interestingly, very Brokey will go down. Yeah, it's definitely a world where PHR, I mean, you can't just wait for the beeps because his teammates had the other side covered, and then there isn't enough time to plant. Almost a chance there, but BP will lock it down.
PSG.
I can only guess he was trying to catch a player off guard with an early pick like that. I can only imagine that they're trying to catch them as they're preparing to plant the bomb before the cover is in place. Didn't quite work out, could have been worse though. Well, Virtus.pro, they're on the board, but what will they have to fight with in their second round, if you will? Of course, it is round number 5. Snatchy has some loss, so there'll be a pause for a second. And we see all the Kriegs again on the T side. Oh, I had a reply from Stiko. While there's a pause. So I said, RE my suggestion, what if the Krieg was $4,000? I said, it's expensive, but look how powerful it is. And he said, I am supporting theory to rather weaken the weapon and keep it cheaper instead of making it more expensive and don't nerf it. It will just increase skill ceiling as you have to take into account all possibilities for buyers of Ts. $4,000 could make the Krieg a barely bought weapon. I don't think that's a bad thing. Well, I mean, barely bought, I suppose, is like once in a blue moon, which isn't a good thing. But I'm not saying it shouldn't be adjusted, but if you weren't to adjust it, it's like one school of theory. If you weren't to adjust it and you only went for price, then I think it would have to be... It wouldn't have to be $4,000, but above 3,500 anyway. FaZe are moving fast into the A bomb site. We've got the A with smokes, and the smokes are up. But is there one for CT, or are they looking to take it with their numbers? There's no one in CT just yet for Virtus.pro, but Miku is on the way.
Look at the spray. They've had so many angles covered there. Crossing is certainly not going to happen. And it will be the inverse default to plants. And there's no positioning really here for FaZe. There's a lot on Brokey in this one to make this flank successful. Because I don't know that FaZe can really hold on to these positions. There's a Molotov to worry about, flashbangs, a smoke grenade. Just one smoke on a ramp is going to cause a huge issue. They can smoke out Palace as well if they're unsure of that position. And start from Cold Zero. There's the flank we're talking about. Brokey coming in, and now that's going to create some problems. Oh my goodness! Brokey takes down Snacks' comrade, leaving just Snacks. Going to go for the defuse, comes off of it. Oh, but the cover is there for Olofmeister. Snacks can't punish. Not in time, at least. That second kill from Brokey made such a difference. That kill won them the round.
And nice broke the money for Virtus.pro.
It's a good play by FaZe. I like the lurk and underpass, just waiting, not making moves. Kind of relying on your teammates to hit A, to kind of plant the bomb. You're the last resort. Those 2 kills were big flank kills by Brokey. Brokey.
Broccoli.
That is the most Dan response ever. I love it. For the newer viewers, Dan is a big fan of broccoli and cruciferous vegetables. If you're a loyal viewer of FaceIt broadcast, then you'll learn a great many obscure facts about Dan and I suppose. For Dan, one of those is broccoli. We should make some kind of trivia machine. Dan's favorite type of vegetable is of the cruciferous type. Especially for broccoli.
I like asparagus too.
Asparagus is my favorite one.
How do you like to cook it? In the oven? Grill?
I don't like to cook. I like it to be cooked.
I like artichoke hearts.
I just want to be cooked. You cook it. I'll eat it. I bought a steamer, didn't go so well. Like a vegetable steamer. It went really bad, actually.
It's too soggy if it's steamed.
Yeah, it's just a mess. Well, no, I mean, if someone else steams it, it's great. If I steam it, it's just bad. And the steamer machine goes bad as well. I had to throw it away. Got moldy.
You gotta clean it.
You know, use a... I don't know. Someone else can clean it.
You're not very good in the kitchen, James.
No. No.
Need to...
I need to work on that.
Yeah, or get so rich you just have a chef follow you around.
Brokey looking to make some money. Oh, he was baited, but it won't cost him too much. He's the scout.
Double off coming from VP, the old reliable. We saw Inferno, they started, holding those angles, snatching snacks. Could be pretty good with the AWP. See where they put it on this map.
Yeah, Snacks going into the window using the spawn, or the spawn as some Europeans say. Not the first language, misses the first shot. Ladder room window has been broken as well. Veggie comes in for great support. Again, Mihu is a really good one to watch on CT Mirage as well. Or just in general. I harp on about Mihu a lot, but I will continue to do so. 5 versus 3 for Virtus.pro. A nice turnaround when they've got quite a deficit. This is a really bad start to Mirage for them. Just like FaZe had a slow start on Inferno, which was their pick. Virtus.pro have been having a horror on Mirage, which is the pick of Virtus.pro, but 5 versus 2. This is a great way to respond. That was a tongue-tied sentence. Over to you, Dan.
There's not much really that FaZe can do here. They need to find some kills to get the damage onto Virtus.pro's economy. That's really the best thing that they can try to do. And VP can play ultra passive setups, which is exactly what they're doing. They're watching for the window boost. They've got Snatchy watching tickets. The only thing really about Snatchy's position is that he's got no coverage from a ramp except that smoke, and no coverage from a swing from Palace. So a lot of exposed, but that's it really. Everybody else is extremely safe, and given the FaZe are only in middle, everything's covered. Everything is covered. There we go. Only one player dead, so that's perfect for VP.
So wild for me to see, because in that round, FaZe kind of just wide swung on the window. And of course, if you're some of the best players in the world, you have that kind of confidence. But just Snacks was just in the window with the AWP. And usually, 9 out of 10 times, that Opera's going to hit that shot easily. It's like the easiest shot that an Opera can hit is if you get to window and you just wide swing middle. This is wild to see FaZe actually do that in the match.
Virtus.pro need consecutive rounds now. We've got the smoke up in the window. We've got the smoke up on short. There's a pop flash play again. Mihu will swing now. Ding dong from Mihu, and Nico is eliminated. Flashbang came out of nowhere, but Mihu can't fall back in time. Doesn't have his signature smoke up on short himself, which he likes to play behind. Got a great many highlights copying Mihu's plays on Mirage. And there's a smoke in the window. Minute 20 on the clock, 4v4. It's a pop flash. PHR goes too deep though. He won't see Rain. Cold, sorry. The flash came from Rain. And once again, it looks like Virtus.pro may not find that consecutive round.
I like the boost in the window by FaZe. Oh, Olaf decides he's not going to do it. He's going to play kind of on that ledge, little off angle. Maybe late round window sneak. Once his teammates make some presence towards A. And Cold with a nice kill from the connector. And then there's the flank by Olaf.
That is quite the shocking result for VP. Unfortunately, Snatchy unable to hit what is an extremely difficult shot. Very unfavorable angle. But sometimes you can find yourself in spots on the A's bomb site where you don't feel like there is any good spot to stand. You need to take a fight somewhere. That wasn't the fight, it seems, this time. Snatchy could get an AWP again, and they could actually force it up. Mihu could also get an AWP. Let's see what Mihu's going to grab. He's actually going to drop an AWP, so indeed, he will drop an AWP. So I think this is actually quite a cool way to do it. If you can't afford a lot of nades across the board, if you can get a second AWP, just do it. Because it can be a good way to mitigate a lack of nades.
Right, we've got to play through mid. Virtus.pro have been repeatedly aggressive in mid, swinging out connector on multiple rounds, and now they go even deeper, trying to make a difference and get that early pick. Mihi will be the aggressor. Not going to work out though, as Nico will punish, and FaZe will look for more response from Virtus.pro. Just holding position for now. They've got the time to do this. Maybe feeling the desperation from the poles. And things will slow down. Cold Zero's taking care of Palace. Rain is passive with the AWP now that he's low, looking towards T-Ramp. You've got top mid dealt with by Nico, then Olafmeister and Brokey in B apartments, wandering about underpass, looking towards the balcony. So there's no chance for Virtus.pro to make a forward play, or is there? Snatchy doing exactly that. However, there are two FaZe players coming his way.
This is very powerful. These pushes, if you can get this deep with the orb, is so strong. Unless, of course, they go up top and Nico.
Oh, his gun is obscuring the vision.
My God.
His gun, he can't see it because of his gun. He probably came up on the radar. It's crazy how that works, especially if you inspect the Glock. At some point in the inspection, the gun is like right in your face. In the barrel of the gun, you can barely see anything.
Yeah.
So you really got to be careful about when you press F. And there we go. 18 seconds, and it's down to FaZe to plant the bomb, so despite the man advantage as well, it'll be fine because, as we can see, there is a pilgrimage in B apartments from Virtus.pro. They quietly make their way past the kitchen. And through the closed carpet shop will come Brokey. Once again, commonly hunting, be it with a Mac-10 or a Krieg, although definitely doesn't want to give a Krieg to a player with a CZ-75, so I think they will agree to disagree.
Sometimes when I watch Mihu like this round, it reminds me of like, it's just like he doesn't know he's in a pro game, but he's like deathmatching. Do you know what I mean? It's just like the way that he runs at certain positions to go for kills, he seems so committed. It's
Yeah, he's like wilding out sometimes.
Yeah, it's like he believes he's about to respawn afterwards. It reminds me of like, have you guys seen Ender's Game?
Yeah.
You know, like how at the end, you know, he's like, he thinks he's in a simulation.
Wait.
but
You gonna do some spoilers here on the stream for people that
I mean,
haven't
the
seen
movie
it?
came out years ago, and the
Okay,
book
What is
came
it? I've
out
never
for, like,
heard of it.
decades.
Don't spoil it for me. What is it though?
Ruin everything now. I can't do it now, can I?
But what is the
I
film?
may feel guilty.
What is the film about? You can't even tell me what the film is. You couldn't tell me the difference between the sea or the ocean after trying to claim Westside, and now you're trying to talk about a film you can't even tell me about the
hey
film.
Man,
You're a mess.
I just know that you don't know what you're talking about.
You're like a plate of
the
bolognese
answers.
on the floor. You're a mess.
He's on the floor. That's good. It's everywhere.
It's a disaster. Ooh, what's the second? What's Olafmeister's one for? The door, maybe? I feel like with Olafmeister's angle, if Brokey's for the window, which I know it is, Olafmeister must be for the door.
Well, let's follow the journey.
From the window to the door.
To the wall.
No,
Here's
the door.
song.
I don't know what you're talking about. And there is the smoke for the door. You'd like it to go more inside the door though, because maybe the CTs can creep through that with a flashbang, but let's see how it plays out. Mihu will be taken out in isolation, Veggie will be traded, and Snacks will creep through that smoke as expected. I didn't think it was a good smoke, doesn't look like it is. Falls back. That's a free kill for Snacks. That smoke definitely needs review. 3 versus 3, and Snacks is in a safer position. Snatchy could have some high ground advantage here, but surely he will eventually be peaked by Olafmeister.
Need to try to make some noise here so that Snatchy can get closer. Oh, I was going to say, he's got to make a choice there. Does he just go for it? Or does he not? Doesn't have time to even make the decision. And that's a wrap for VP once again.
I wonder if Olafmeister like shift walks and jump throws or something if that smoke can go inside the door, because it really needs to be contained inside the door.
I think it just bounced too high. Maybe he is aiming too high or low.
Too low, too high, I would say. The higher you are, the longer the arc, the shorter it will land. So theoretically, unless it's going to collide,
Unless
yeah,
it's
it's
a
way too
45-degree angle, then that's the perfect.
What?
That's the farthest you can throw. Like
What
at
is?
a 45.
Oh, let's get a protractor out. Sometimes there's an online protractor.
Yeah.
So when I'm adjusting the degrees, the degree angle of my my drone camera, I have to use an online protractor to tell the software what angle it is. Online protractors. We used to talk about protractors a lot.
Haven't used one in years. Decade.
Three players top mid for FaZe Clan. Brain looking for when the smoke will go, clearing the right hand side. So again, by that cart, there is a standing grenade for a smoke grenade for the window, but somebody is in the window when you're throwing that. I think they can see your head. So you don't see that anymore. A standard running throw. It's very easy to do.
Ken knows how hungry Mihu is on that catwalk position. Really looking for it. Yeah, you can't do this against Snatchy, can you? We've seen him do so many disgusting things from there. Nicely done though to bait it out. Good shouldering, good jiggling of the position.
Cold was on a team with Fallen. Fallen used to do that all the time. So maybe they have, you know, he knows about it. He knows how to counter it.
I like to call it the YouTube setup because they made a video about it, and then every team was doing it afterwards.
30 seconds.
Didn't even hit him.
20 seconds. What are they waiting for? Well, the smoke will go away as a kill. Again, 3.5 seconds to plant the bomb. They now have 10 seconds still to plant the bomb.
And now they're crossing towards the site, the smokes are up, and there is no CT in an angle to invite some variance for FaZe Clan. So it seems it will work out. The bomb wasn't shown the entire time when Colt got a pick on the ramp. The bomb was around the corner. Mihu starts to creep in, he sees a trajectory, but there are 4 players. He only knows where one is, and Colt Zero is ready for it. Insta-headshot, and that shuts down the round. FaZe exacting sweet revenge after Virtus.pro had a nice lead on Inferno. FaZe lost him how they like it. Colt Zero is angry. He is smashing people for FaZe Clan, map after map. That's great to see at the very least.
Another save for VP. Can't really find an answer to FaZe's offense here. They're just pretty much slow rolling and taking whatever they want. And VP's is getting picked off, getting taken out. FaZe doing that last round really slow A take. To put VP in an awkward spot. So if you're a VP, what's your go-to strat? How do you work around FaZe's just slow, methodical workings? Looks like a heavy middle play for VP.
Quickly into the A bomb site though, with the grenades that they've seen. Mihu swinging as he likes to do. But FaZe are creeping. Maybe they're making VP wonder if they've over-rotated, but now they're seeing more grenades and they've got those forward positions, but do they have the counter grenades? Mihu halfway between the shadow and the ramp. He's in a very vulnerable position. He's got Snacks for distraction, but he won't last very long. Another flash and Snacks will fall eventually. This is looking like it's going to have a lot of variance for Virtus.pro, but in a 2 versus 3, Snacks and AWP, a lot can happen. He's got a T on his head. Colt Zero bouncing onto the back of the stairs, and he'll be punished for doing so. Wonder if he had any idea. Snatchy looking for that default play, but where is the other one? Where is Brokey? Olofmeister taken out by default. No response just yet. He's got to pick a good time to peek Brokey. He hears one player on the site itself. He's waiting for the bomb. Gets touched. Gets PHR off the bomb. A little jiggling. PHR now outside default. Swinging. Shooting through the wood. There's no defuse kit for PHR. His head is spotted. Brokey knows he's not on the bomb. He's just being a nuisance, but he will be out-positioned. But there's no time to defuse the bomb. He finds the kit. But I think he just about wouldn't have had time to defuse it. So the round will go to FaZe anyway. That's 4 rounds in a row by bomb detonation.
Was that Snatchy or Snacks that jumped from stairs to the Tetris area?
I don't know, I didn't see that.
Well, anyways, he had the kit and an AWP. he jumps from stairs all the way to, like, he's like literally
Snatchy was on
pushing
stairs
A-ramp.
and Colt Zero jumped on his head from Tetris. So it wasn't, I don't think it was Snatchy.
I'm surprised that he even did that play. That the play was just too much in terms of a 2-on-1 situation. You don't know where the person is. Yeah, there's a good chance that they're probably A-ramp, but you have the only kit.
Oh, at the very end there, yeah.
I would have tapped the bomb at least before making some crazy move. Make the T's come out.
Virtus.pro are full of crazy moves.
Too crazy.
Traveling circus.
Well, there's a BAPS push. I don't know that Snacks can see the bomb, but he can see Olofmeister, but on time. But he's going to get that one, and that's the bomb reclaim. What am I talking about the bomb? It's actually in T-spawn. I guess, was the X-ray following me?
Just move on.
Must have been the X-ray, James.
You are an X-ray.
That's true. Colt Zero will be able to take down Veggie, and that will make things a 4 versus 3 in favor of FaZe. They found no issue in getting these edges, these advantages, and there's many ways they can close out the round at this point. VP need to make some choices here. They could try to stack towards one side, they could try to push for information. Everything has risk. He will get the kill, but he did take a lot more damage. I'm still on T-spawn. Anyone want to go back and get that one? The B bomb site is being cleared, so FaZe know that that's guaranteed at least.
Well, you've got to get there first. But nobody's in the underpass, but indeed, Mihu's on the way, so nothing is guaranteed.
The timing
The
could be
path to a
perfect.
bomb site can be a threat. You will get some sound cues at least. Rain's not going to check. That's a lot of information for Mihu, and Snatchy will start to rotate. That's a bomb on the radar as well. Rain with 10 HP. Goes for the default plant. Snatchy's on the way now. Olafmeister watching the apartments. And there's a late lurk to be had with Cold Zera. He will probably continue his deletions. Indeed, 12 for 8 now, Cold. Really hard to find a game where he has bad stats. So that was a window of opportunity which I suppose Virtus.pro determined had come and gone pretty quickly, and looks like it's going to be another win by Detonation. Look at all these bomb explosions from FaZe Clan. It's a save simulator 2019 for Virtus.pro.
Yeah, considering that this is VP's safe home pick, it's surprising to see them struggle so desperately on the CT side.
This is also one of FaZe's maps too, though. They love to play on this map as well. So not taking too much away from FaZe. Maybe VP should have banned this map against them. I've seen VP ban Mirage before, so I wouldn't be surprised if they would have been against FaZe. Let another map float, but I don't know. You have the confidence, might as well go with it. Don't play scared.
11-2. Virtus.pro getting Hulk smashed after having the audacity to take FaZe's map pick away from them. Wayne will put a smoke up and deliver a frag instantly. That's a great response to an incendiary top mid. Mihu trying to do what he can. He may have to back away from this. He will drop a HE behind the boxes, which will be good for some damage, but can they capitalize on this later on? They've lost position and vision of the mid area. It's a deep smoke, but as we know, Mihu is very aggressive.
It's been quite a lot of times that VP have gone aggressive in mid, and it's just they put themselves at a basically round losing disadvantage, a critical disadvantage. Interesting smoke on the bomb there. It's just once you lose two players like that at the beginning of the round, the T's get way too much freedom to work the entire map, and you're like suddenly finding yourself in spots where you can't really cover everything as the CTs unless you stack. And if you try to stack, then you're actually having to move your players around a lot, and then they have risk of getting caught out themselves in repositioning. And the T's again, it's just so easy for them to outmuscle you. Perhaps VP feel like they have to win middle against FaZe to win rounds, but so far they've been unable to really win middle.
18 seconds for the bomb to get planted. There's still time for disaster. But now there isn't. Unless it's user error, because Snatchy is on the B bomb site. Nico finds the right place to plant. And again, what is there for him to do at this point? He is a victim, once again, for a 12th round.
FaZe's playstyle is just the very slow takes in these bomb sites are putting VP in these awkward spots, because a lot of times I've been noticing is that VP are in like rotate spots by the time FaZe hits the bomb site, because FaZe have been hitting the bomb sites with like 10 seconds left, 15 seconds left in the round at most, and VP is just like in, you know, they're rotating through CG spawn, or maybe they're in, you know, on retaking mid in the connect area. But the thing is just they just keep being these odd spots, and I'm kind of you know, seeing if VP would just hide in the site more instead of playing these rotate spots. Probably work better.
It is the last round of the first half. Nico Scope will betray him. First the gun model almost betrayed him. Now it's the Scope. Perhaps he longs for a Quake S set up where you can have no gun. Showing just a crosshair.
Missed that.
It was fun going to QuakeCon in the tournament era and just seeing how dramatically different every person's config was. It was absolutely crazy, but also awesome. PHR, he's up on the vase, and he maybe gifted a bomb. Olofmeister's shown a bomb towards T-Ramp, but there is no position for FaZe to go elsewhere, really. coldzera peeks through the flames like some kind of Hellraiser. And PHR is gone. 4 versus 4. 2 players have been spotted towards A, including the bomb earlier on, and now come some grenades. Only 2 players here for Virtus.pro. However, Mihu is at the top of mid. Snax is making his way through to the underpass, so the rotation may be kind of tardy, kind of slow. But maybe they can do something, the guys on the site. Snatchy has the shadow advantage, and Rain is taken out, looking for a second, but Olofmeister will trade only for Veggie to do the same as the MP9. Fast fire rate will work out. Virtus.pro will get a third, but only a third in the first half. It's a crap half for them, but maybe they can turn it around after the break.
Up your game. 128-tick service for the smoothest, most responsive gaming experience ever. Ensure you game seamlessly with our state-of-the-art FACEIT anti-cheat. Track your progress with advanced stats within your community, country, or region. This is the true ranked experience. Sign up now at FACEIT.com.
Cool, right? Want to know where I got it? Well, look, go to CS.money. It's a trade platform and a marketplace at the same time. Just choose, click, and get. Good luck, bro.
Oi, oi, oi. 12-3. FaZe running away with this one. VP map pick. What do you think about that? That is maybe a little crazy.
Oh, it's not over yet.
FaZe brought a motorcycle to a penny farthing race.
What an analogy. Dan's joke stick out like an elephant at a dog show. Virtus.pro streaming around the map with these Glocks next to the P250, of course. Olofmeister, his eyes are closed in the window. His window is closed. His curtains are drawn. There we go. Veggie and PHR remain. This might be a brief game of Mirage the way this pistol is going. PHR is out of position. He is double OP and he has no bomb. 3 flashes for FaZe. I'm not sure if they picked those up or what. But I guess coldzera probably bought some, since he's no Kevlar. Enable all USP. Brokey gets the armor penetration upgrade with the P250. Might not be needed for PHR though, with 7 HP. The off angle from Cold Zero. Pop! And he gets kill number 14.
I wonder if there is another version of CSGO, if the terrorists will learn and bring 5 C4s to every round, as opposed to just the one. I feel like, you know, there's a big margin of failure there.
Get the breach charges from Danger Zone.
Yeah.
Only takes about 2 seconds to detonate.
I kind of weirdly miss Brink every so often. I don't know if anyone ever played that. I played made a team with Threat actually. We were pretty good. One of the best teams in Europe for a little bit. Okay, here we go. Oh, sprayed out. The MP9 is always satisfying. And next round. 14-3, FaZe looking like they're just going to Hulk smash this. The fact that they win both pistols, the fact that VP have only won 3 rounds so far, I feel like there's no hope. I feel like Virtus.pro are already out of this one.
It's hard to see the hope.
There is no hope.
Being so deep down in the hole.
They're in Bane's pits.
Have to climb out. Fly
They
out.
have no upper body strength.
Creek Party is it? It's a celebration. As the late Charlie Murphy. Oh, no, it wasn't him who said it, was it? It was Dave Chappelle as Rick James. Never mind, I've ruined it all. Celebration. There's a trade in the connector position. Rain, has he picked the right time with the MP9? Looks like he has such a fast fire rate. Snatchy, Snacks and Mihu remain. Trying to turn things around. Snatchy, King, Olofmeister taken out. They'll have no idea Snatchy's in jungle now. So the possibilities will be greater than FaZe may expect. Rain will catch a rotation, and maybe that puts FaZe on alert, but Snacks is coming back. Oh, has he been spotted? I think he has now. Slow response from Snacks, but back and forth we go. And there's a really cheeky peek with the Krieg. And there's the awareness though, Brokey with an MP9. Headshots galore, he gets a really important upgrade. That's a lot more range than the MP9. Virtus.pro now racing towards the A-bomb site, 40 seconds to go. We've got Brokey going past the window. We have Snacks in connector, while Mihu takes the bomb towards a ramp, it seems. But this is so slow that the rotation will be really good for FaZe.
"20 seconds to go. Got to get that bomb down." He's speeding along, but Brokey is in a position to shut him down. There it is. Oh, he's just going to peek for the second kill. Hey, it works. And that's 15 rounds now for FaZe. Looking like Mirage is about to be over in a flash.
He needs to do some push-ups or something. Get pumped up for the next map. Unless we're about to see the most epic comeback of all time.
I am going to say that it's probably not going to happen.
Oh.
I'm gonna say that it's...
What's your percentage? Like 90? 95?
I think FaZe win this 100% of the time.
100%. That doesn't sound like you, Dan. It's gotta be at least like 98.
There's definitely a quote of him saying things about 100% in the system. Virtus.pro need 12 rounds in a row, and there are 5 smoke grenades and 3 Molotovs on the A-bomb site. That's a hell of a lot of utility. Not quite Disneyland, is it? Nico will fall to the floor thanks to the P250. Rain looking through the smoke, over the smoke, distraction being run with Cold Zero with the Krieg. The bomb's planted, but too late, the smokes have gone, he's exposed. 3 on 3, but the weaponry for Virtus.pro sucks. Veggie's coming in from the back. Virtus.pro need to bait without making it too obvious that they are baiting. He could get 2, maybe he'll get 1 since the first one was stolen. And everything turns around. Cold Zero is the last man standing. He's been dangerous for FaZe. He has the bomb in his sights. And he's got himself a 1 versus 1. PHR re-peaks, and that will make things harder. There's a deep smoke. They've got a flash. They've got a molly. Cold Zero will keep pressing forward. The molly goes too deep. It's too late. He's got another 1v1. but he's down to the USP versus Mihu, who's on a P250 and 15 HP. In the smoke is Mihu. coldzera moving around. Does he realize what could be possible? I think he does. Through the smoke will be Mihu, but that's the end of that. coldzera 1 versus 3, 3 1v1s. Thank you, please, and goodbye. That's a strong score on Mirage for FaZe Clan.
I just throwing my hands up in that last 1-on-3. Like, come on. Like, that's how you're going to play the 1-on-3 situation against coldzera? Peek 1x1 with pistols? No, stop.
Well,
Don't do that.
It's a fitting end to Mirage in many senses because coldzera, you know, he has been having consistently amazing performances for FaZe of late, and Virtus.pro had basically nothing to show for themselves on their CT side of Mirage. And given the fact that this is one of their most played maps and most confident maps, that's worrisome. It's very worrisome. You feel like FaZe, as we move into Train, are going to have an edge.
They're going to have a huge edge because FaZe just dominated this map and their slow play style just put VP into kind of a what do we do in our CT side. They tried going for the picks in the mid, and then just late round FaZe would just somehow still get in the bomb site, still plant the bomb.
16-3. That's a monstrous answer from FaZe after being upset on their own map. And we move to Train. Train will be the decider versus FaZe with all the momentum, and an angry coldzera versus Virtus.pro, who started great on Inferno but went missing on Mirage. Can they pull down the wanted posters and turn up? We will find out after the break.